Hello students, welcome to the Sajanam Global School online classes. Okay, I am Mr. Faruk Shaikh and today I am going to teach you Social Science Standard 9 Chapter 8 second part. Okay, in the previous I taught you about the some parts. So let us go further. That you all of you understand about the what is the preamble, importance of the preamble. Okay, and the pillars of the preamble. So there are the main pillars of the preambles are the sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, fraternity, and equality. And in this chapter we have learned just only the main pillars. Okay, like democracy, socialistic, and the secular. So till the concurrent list I was taught you in the previous Google Meet class, and today I am going to teach you from the residual power. Residuary power means which powers are not given and the which functions and the works are not given in the concurrent list. Sorry, in the state list and in the union list. Okay, so that are included in the residuary power. Okay, so here it is the subject which are not specifically allotted to union or state are included in the residuary power method that are included in the division of power are known as residuary power. Okay, the powers which are not given in the union list and the state list. Okay, and in residuary power that matter that are not included in the division of power are known as a residuary power. Okay, so उनमें जो नहीं दिए गए हैं and that subjects and the functions are given in this subsidiary power. Okay, and the matter that are not included in the division of powers. Okay, they are not included in that union list and state list. They are given in the residuary power, and these are known as the residuary power. The central government is given the power to legislate on this residuary subject, and the central government, it can be legislate, it can make a laws, it can make a norms for this residuary subject. The financial distribution of the resources is done between union government and state government, and all the financial distribution about the revenue collection, okay, taxes and all this, all that income sources. Okay, these are the distributed between the state government and the union government. Excise, duties, custom, export, import, income tax, all these major taxes are decided by the central government, while the sales tax, revenue tax, entertainment tax, education tax, which are having managed mega financial resources are the decided by the state government. Okay, these all are, so both the taxes are different that which are governed or exercised by the union government, and the some taxes are like a revenue tax, entertainment tax. Entertainment means if there is any package or the cinema, so that who is the owner of the cinema, he also has to pay the entertainment tax. Okay, so as it is, while you are paying, while you are buying the ticket, okay, for the watching, for to watch movie, so on the tickets there is the entertainment tax or the another tax are included with the price of the movie ticket. So there is we also are paying entertainment tax. Okay, educational tax, as it is we are getting the education from the school, if it is a government school or the private school, but we are also paying the taxes, okay, for the education. So these are having among financial resources are decided by the state government. Now, unified arrangement during crisis. Okay, when there is a crisis, okay, there are three provisions for emergencies in the Constitution of India. Emergency, crisis, okay, this is called, okay, in Gujarati it can be said the katokati. Okay, so there are the three emergencies, three types of the emergencies, like during the war. Okay, so the national emergency can be declared at the time of war, external attack or armed rebellion. वॉर यानी कि जब किसी देश से देश के साथ जो है वॉर हो रही है, एक्शनल अटैक यानी कोई बाहर का देश हमारे देश पे हमला कर रहा है. और आर्म रिबेलियन मीन्स our country's citizen became the rebellion. Rebellion means they are the against the rule of the country. Okay, and they also having a arm यानी कि वो हथियार लेके देश के खिलाफ जा रहे हैं. Okay, murdering, killing, set on the fire the public property, these are called the armed rebellion. Number second, due to the law and order breakdown, the state cannot function according to the constitution, so constitutional emergency is declared. And due to the law or order breakdown यानी कि अगर in the some time that the state government is failed to manage the law and the order in the state, so that time the constitutional emergency is declared by the central government. Number third, due to the increase in price there is a monetary values erosion at that financial emergency is declared. Financial emergency means the government having a no any money, there is also no money in the bank, it is called the financial emergency. So during this time that government cut the salary of the employee, and also that who are not necessary for the company or for the work in the employment, as in the whatever there is a government jobs, who are not necessary, they will bring them leave from the job. Okay, they can dismiss from the job. यानी कि जो लोग जरूरी है सिर्फ उनको ही काम में रखना है, जो लोग जरूरी नहीं है वो काम से निकाल देना है. Okay, like is it is there is a ST, so in the ST there is the driver is necessary, but conductor it is not necessary. The driver also can do some work of the conductor, so conductor को निकाल देंगे and they will pay salary only to the driver, and also they cut the salary of driver also. It is called the financial emergency. So that the central government has been given more power to deal with these emergencies. All the time of emergency, India is almost turned into a unitary system. Okay, during this time that India is not federal state. Okay, means there will be no any state government, but the all the state will be ruled by the central government. सभी जो power होगा वो central से ही order आएगी. Okay, and that time India become the one unitary system. Okay. Now bicameral practice. Okay, so the bicameral means it is a two types of the house. Okay, so India has a parliamentary system of governs. In a parliamentary system, the parliament is supreme authority representing people, and the parliament is the authority who represent the people. Okay, here number 4 is written, that means this is the question 4. Question 4th answer this is. Okay, is supreme authority representing people. The legislator at the union is the parliament. The parliament is bicameral means it has two houses. Okay, and our government, our parliament has two houses are there, upper house and the lower house. Okay, so this is the important, upper house and the lower house. That is why our parliament is known as the bicameral practice. Okay, or then parliament is a bicameral means it has two houses, that upper house and the lower house. Upper house is called Rajya Sabha. Upper house is called the Rajya Sabha, and lower house is known as a Lok Sabha. So L you can memorize it with it. Lower for the Lok Sabha, L. Okay, so otherwise you will be know easily that upper means the Rajya Sabha. Got it? So through the government is carried on in the time of the president at the union of the governor in the state, and this both the houses. Okay, and through the government it is carried on the name of the president at the union at the country, and the governor in the state means country के लिए जिसके नेम पे सब काम होते हैं is the president, और राज्य में जिसके नाम पे सब काम होते हैं is the governor. Okay, so actual administration is carried by the council of minister headed by the prime minister at the union and chief minister in the state. But the actual जो administration है, जो सब काम है, that all the works are done by the administrations, that executive body. So at the union which is the headed by the prime minister, and at the state which is the headed by the chief minister. Okay, so council of minister headed by the prime minister and the union at the union, and the chief minister in the state, the council of minister is responsible the legislate that comprise representative of people, and in it there is also comprised the MLAs. Okay, minister is responsible the legislator. Okay, and the comprise representative of the people. The president select 12 members who are expert and experienced from various field of for Rajya Sabha. And also that president has to right to choose the in the legislator there is a 12 members, okay, who are that expert in their field, like Sachin Tendulkar also chosen as a MLA, member of parliament. Okay, he not took part in the election but he became. So it was chosen by the president. The president selected 12 people who are expert in the experience from various field for Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house in which one third member retired every 2 years, and Rajya Sabha is the permanent house. It is not dissolved completely. राज्यसभा को पूरे पूरे बर्खास्त नहीं कर सकते, उसको पूरी तरह से समाप्त नहीं कर सकते हैं, बट राज्यसभा is a permanent house in which one third member retire every 2 years, यानी कि हर 2 साल के बाद one thirds of the members are retired, and the same number of the member for election. Thus, each member has 6 years of tenure in the Rajya Sabha. और राज्य सभा में जो टाइम ड्यूरेशन है that members is for a 6 year for the one member. It is can say the council of state. The powers of Rajya Sabha are less compared to the Lok Sabha, which is special, and the power of Rajya Sabha are less compared to the Lok Sabha, which is special, superior, and the adhesive. Rajya Sabha cannot be completely resolved. There is also the Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the parliament and Lok Sabha is the lower house of the parliament. But the power of Rajya Sabha are less compared to the Lok Sabha. यानी कि लोक सभा के कंपैरिजन में राज्य सभा का जो पावर है वो कम है, विच इज़ द स्पेशल, सुपीरियर एंड डिसिसिव. राज्यसभा कैन नॉट बी कम्प्लीटली डिसॉल्व, यानी कि राज्यसभा को हम कभी भी कम्प्लीटली उसको बर्खास्त, उसको पूरी तरह से सभी मेंबर्स को हम वहाँ से रिटायर नहीं कर सकते. ओके, so these are the specials and the superior and decisive, that is Rajya Sabha. Independent, impartial, and integrated judiciary. This is the most important features of our constitution. Independent, impartial, and integrated judiciary. यानी कि जुडिशरी जो न्यायपालिका है उस पर किसी और पे वो डिपेंडेंट नहीं होगी. Neither on the executive body or nor on the legislator. Okay, there are the main three organs of our government: the legislator, the executive body, and the judiciary. And the judiciary is completely independent from the judiciary is completely independent from the executive bodies, executives, administrators, and the legislator. So that is the why the integrated is judiciary, यानी कि वो अखंडित है. The Constitution has provided for the establishment of an independent and impartial justice. Okay, and they are, whenever the judges are giving the justice, they are giving the verdicts without any partiality. Okay, if there is any crime is done by any minister's sons, okay, so that time also they keep in their mind that who is the criminal. Okay, they are not looking at that who is he is the. Okay, there is a Supreme Court at the top, then there are High Court at the state, and under its jurisdictions are the District Court. Okay, so this is the main features. Okay, the Supreme Court at the top, then there are High Courts at the state, and under its jurisdictions are the District Court at the district level, and the Taluka level there are the local and the special courts. I mean, there are the different courts are there. Okay, at the state country level there is the highest court of the country, the Supreme Court at the top is the highest and the Supreme Court of the country, the Supreme Court. And then there are high courts at the state. In the every state there are the high courts are there, and under its jurisdictions of the high court there are the district court at the district level, and at the taluka level there are the local and the special court. The judgment of Supreme Courts are binding to all subordinate courts of the nation. Means whatever judgment is given by for one types of the crime, okay, and that is the judgment is binded by to the all other subordinate courts: high court, taluka court, district court, subordinate court, local adalat. They all are bind to this judgment of the Supreme Court. So, in case of conflict between the union and state government, matters relating to the constitution and interpretation of status, the final decision is vested to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the protector and the guardian of the constitution. And whenever there is a conflict between the state and the union, okay, there are also sometimes conflict, okay, because in the state there is a BJP government, or at the country level, okay, union level there is a BJP government, and at the state level there is a different government. So there will be a this opinion, okay, disagreement between the both the ruling, between the both the political party, between the both the level, okay, state level and the union level. So there many of the time there are the conflicts are raised, and that is the what this type of the conflicts which are related to the constitution, okay, these are solved by the Supreme Court. Now, amendment in the Constitution. Now, whenever there is a need necessary that some types of the rules which are necessary to for the people, it is a good for the welfare of the people. Okay, so that type of the new rules are added in the can be added in the constitutions by the amendment. Okay, it is also it is our right. It can be it is our right. Okay, right to constitutional remedies. So let us see the amendments in the constitution means some constitution में कैसे changes परिवर्तन सुधार ला सकते हैं. So compared to other countries, the compared to other countries constitution of India is dynamic. Constitution can be amended as and when required. Constitutional provisions can be amended in 3 ways. Okay, so constitution में हम changes ला सकते हैं, and it can be amended when it is required, and the constitutional provisions can be amended in 3 ways, यानी कि उसमें हम 3 तरीके से ला सकते हैं. There is no thinking that prime minister thought that I want to change these rules from the constitution and he changed it. No, it is not possible. Only prime minister, neither president can change any constitutional rule by themselves. Okay, so how it can be changed, let us see. So amendment can be made by a simple majority of member present and voting in the parliament. In the parliament, that who are the present member, they are voting for that rules, norms, or the act, and if that act got the majority, then that amendment can be done in the constitution. Number second, first is the members present and voting in the parliament. Second, certain amendment require a special majority, that is 2/3 majority of member present and voting. And the certain amendment, they require a special majority which is the 2/3. Okay, means total out of the members of the parliament, the 2/3 members will vote in the favor of the amendment, so that amendment can be made in the constitution. So majority of members is present and voting. Number third, concerning the union state relations and the special majority, that is 2/3, and the concerns not less than 50% of the state legislature is required. And there is here also the legislators also here are involved. Okay, so concerning the union state relation special majority, that is a 2/3, and the concurrency not less than 50%. Okay, 50% से वो कम नहीं होना चाहिए, it not should be less than the 50%. The state legislator is required. Okay, 2/3 and the 50%, both the measurements are included in the third. Okay, so this is the 3 way that amendment can be done in the constitution. Now in there is any amendment to be made in the interrelation between union state structure or in supreme judiciary, then the half of the state from the total state have to give consent. Okay, and if there is any amendment had to be made to the interrelation between union state structure of or in supreme judiciary, then half of the state from the total state have to give consent. Means half of the state, यानी कि पूरे देश में जितने भी states हैं, okay, they all have to part in the voting. Okay, and total state have to give consent. Judgment of court can also bring amendment by the parliament. Okay, and the judgment of court can also bring amendment by the parliament, और कोर्ट ने जो जजमेंट दिया हो उसमें भी कुछ चेंजेस पार्लियामेंट ला सकते हैं. देयर विल बी नो चेंज इन द बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का जो बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर है उसमें कोई चेंज नहीं कर सकता. नो वन कैन चेंज. Simply, majority in parliament can bring change in the amendment of the constitution. Means if government want to change in the constitutions, okay, if they want to do any amendment, कुछ सुधारा, कुछ ऐड करना है, something they want to add, so there should be simply majority need in the parliament. That is the why the constitution is known as the most inconstant and the flexible document, but at certain cases it is not amendable by simply majority. But in the certain cases, okay, like if government want to do the amendment according to the related to any religion, any caste, any creed, so that types of the amendment can't be made. Okay, किसी एक धर्म के लिए अगर कोई कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कोई रूल्स डालना है, इट कैन बी मेड बिकॉज इट इज अगेंस्ट द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रूल्स. So without the majority concern of state, it's not amendable. Then two, the mixture of both make the constitution. Okay, so without the majority consent of the state parliament members, it's not amendable. Then to the mixture of both makes the constitution, and the legislator and the parliament, the mixtures of both, it make the constitution. Now universal adult suffrage. Okay, you don't have right to now vote in the election, but you also will get the right to elections after the age of 18 years. Okay, so this is the universal adult suffrage. Means in India we have a system of adult suffrage which is a flexible according to the any citizen who is above 18 years of age and above possess right to vote in the elections of parliament, legislative assembly or local self-government bodies without any discrimination of education, property and income, economic standard. So there is a, it should be a citizen of India. There is a only one condition: he is a more than 18 years, his age is above than 18 years. Okay, he can cast votes in the elections of parliament, legislative assembly, local self-government bodies. Okay, and he can cast his vote, her vote, without any discrimination of the education. यानी कि कोई अगर पढ़ा लिखा हुआ भी नहीं है वो भी वोटिंग कर सकता है. प्रॉपर्टी, अगर किसी के पास खुद का घर भी नहीं है, he don't have his house, he don't have any land, he also can cast vote. पर्सन हु डोंट हैव मनी, जिसके पास पैसे नहीं है, वो भी वोटिंग कर सकता है. सो देयर इज नॉट डिस्क्रिमिनेशन. विदाउट एनी डिस्क्रिमिनेशन ऑफ दीज थ्री थिंग्स, that any person, any citizen of India can cast a vote after the 18 years age. Number 10 is the secularism. As I taught you in the previous about the secular. Okay, so we have discussed earlier about secularism in the preamble. In the constitution, India has been declared as a secular state. Secular means all the religions are equal in India. People of different religions reside in India. Therefore, the state cannot discriminate any citizen on the basis of religion. Okay, so people of different religions are live in India, and that is the why the Indian government, Indian rulers, Indian peoples, they cannot discriminate any citizen on the basis of religion. यानी कि धर्म के आधार पर किसी का भेदभाव नहीं कर सकते हैं. No citizen can be given special right or cannot be deprived of certain right. यानी कि किसी सिटीजन को स्पेशल राइट नहीं दिए जा सकते और किसी सिटीजन को कुछ राइट से उसको दूर नहीं रखा जा सकता. लाइक राइट टू इक्वालिटी, यानी कि सभी को एकता, इक्वालिटी, समानता का हक है. ओके, if the at the age of the 18, that if the Muslim get right to vote, so as it is Hindu also get right to vote. There is no any discrimination. ऐसा नहीं कि हिंदू हो गए तो उनको 21 साल के बाद वोट करना है. No, all peoples of citizen, all citizen of India will get right to vote at age 18. There is no discrimination according to the religion. Okay, the state has to be absolutely impartial and neutral in the respect of religion. Okay, and also that state also has to absolutely impartial without any partiality and neutral ओके, किसी की तरफ नहीं होना चाहिए, न्यूट्रल इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ रिलीजन ओनली। Secular state can offer proper or equal treatment toward all citizens, and toward the all citizen, only secular country or the secular state can offer equality about the citizen of the religion. Secularism means that the state doesn't interfere in matter of religion or it's based to any specific religion. The state has to be secular at different followers of every religion are free to follow and practice their religion of choice. Means in the secular country, that state cannot be interfere in the matter of the religious. Okay, even they cannot decide to any specific religion, यानी कि किसी एक religion के साइड में रह के वो कुछ काम नहीं कर सकते. The state has to be secular and indifferent followers of every religion are free to follow and practice their religion to choice. Number 11, judicial review. Now judiciary is the most important. Judiciary, it is also shows that how the government, state government and the central government, their work. Okay, judicial review is the chief characteristic of the constitution. Judicial review administrators of working of union and state within jurisdiction. Okay, यानी कि जो यूनियन देश की जो सरकार है और राष्ट्र की जो राज्य की जो सरकार है, that both are working under the review of administrator of judiciary without disrespecting the power of parliament. The constitution has made an effort to harmonize the principle of judicial review. Parliamentary amendments, external order, audience and judicial judgment are given or judicial for judicial review if the court finds any indis- indiscre- indiscrepancy in the external order ordinance of the judicial judgment, can stop them by declaring them unconstitutional. Okay, if there is a court find, okay, if there is a court find any discrepancy, okay, in the functions of the government, okay, so it in the external order, in the audience which are passed by the government, okay, or judgment, judicial judgment, so that judicial review it can stop them by declaring they are unconstitutional. यानी कि whatever audience passed by the government, they are not according to constitution. Okay, and judicial review is the chief characteristic. Judicial review administrate the working of union and state within jurisdiction. Now fundamental rights and duties. So you all are now familiar about our fundamental rights and also our fundamental duties. So fundamental rights are conferred to the people of India by the constitution to live a dignified life. The most valuable capital of our country is the overall development of nation, which further lies in the fundamental duties and the right. Okay, so the most valuable capital of our country, okay, संपत्ति है जो हमारे देश की, it is a valuable. So in the overall development of nation, which further lies in the fundamental duties. Okay, सबसे पहले हमें हमारी ड्यूटीज भी अच्छी तरह से निभानी है, and then we have to enjoy our rights. So right to constitutional remedies and for the children 6 to 14 years of age, right to educate are also made available. So there's also rights are given. So the age group of the children which are 6 to 14 years, so for them there is a compulsory and the free education. It is called the right to education. It is also made. So this is our get education. It is our fundamental rights. Okay, and by the parents they have to send their child to the school is their duty. So both are duties also and the right also. Now directive principle of state policy. Okay, जो राज्य है उनके क्या क्या काम है, ओके, व्हाट टाइप्स ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल्स दे हैव टू फॉलो, ओके, मार्गदर्शक सिद्धांत, जो कौन से सिद्धांत पे काम करना है. सो प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ पीपल, पहला तो उनको जो देश राज्य के जो लोग हैं उनका रक्षण करना. सिक्योरिटी एंड वेलफेयर शुड बी कैरिड आउट बाय द स्टेट एंड द सिक्योरिटी, द सिटीजन सिक्योरिटी ऑफ द स्टेट and the welfare they have to do develop them. उनका कल्याण करना, उनका विकास करना, it is also responsibility of the state. These principles provide directions for state governance and policy making, so they are called a directive principle. And these principles, they are provided and directions for the state government and the policy making. Okay, whenever the government make any policy, they made any rules, so they have to keep it in mind. It should be protection of the people, for the security of the people, and for the welfare of the people, none other than. Okay, so that is why they are called as a directive principles. This is number 4, provision for backward section and the tribes. Okay, in the ancient time, earlier time, before the independence and after the independence, there was a, who were the lower caste people, their situation was very worst. Okay, and for the upliftment of these types of the people, there was provisions are given in the our constitution. So to uplift and include backward sections and tribes and deprived classes in the mainstream, there are specific provisions in the constitution. Reserved seats are allocated in legislature and local self government governing bodies election to provide representation. Okay, so there is reservation seats are given for the tribes, for the deprived class, and to make them into the mainstream, यानी कि वो भी जो लोगों का मेन स्ट्रीम है कि हाउ द पीपल्स आर डेवलप्ड. Okay, how the people are living the standard life, they also can live their standard life. So that is why some reserve seats are given, allocated for the legislator, in the legislative, at the local self-governing bodies, in the election. Reservation quota has been provided for the admission in the education institute and the government job in the in proportion to their population to provide equal opportunity. And there's also the reservation are given for them also in the education institution. Okay, also in the government jobs. Okay, means some seats are reserved for them. Okay, according to their population, provide equal opportunity. Children of backward section and the tribe are given scholarship, basic amenities and waived fees which come under. Okay, so the children who are from the backward class, who are belong to the backward section, okay, given to them scholarship. Okay, also their fees of the education is less than the other, and the come under the optimistic policies and the shielding policies are as per provisions in the constitution. Okay, and for the welfare of these backward and the deprived class people, to get to take them into the mainstream, these types of provisions and these types of the reservations are provided in the constitution. Okay, so dear students, now here are the total 7 questions, and if you will see the previous video, so I have given the numbers too. Okay, for the every question. Okay, so you can write according to it. So this is the universal adult surface. This is the question second answer. This is the independent impartial integrated judiciary. This is the question fifth answer. Amendment in the constitution is the question sixth answer. Bicameral practice. So from this here you have to write the point wise until here. यहाँ तक आपको लिखना है ये. Okay, to write till here. Bicameral practice. The question's fourth answer. The center with strong federal structure. This is the question third answer. And the socialistic. Okay, from the here to you also have to be right till here. यहाँ तक आपको लिखना है socialistic. It is the question's eighth answer. And the importance of the preamble. Okay, till here you can write. So this is the question first answer. And also you have to by heart the framing of the constitution, the process of framing of the constitution. This is the short note. Okay, and also this definition. Okay, so students, here is the, and some other questions also are given. Okay, that for that questions maybe it is difficult for you to also. Okay, So for that questions, I will send you the PDF. Okay, so through that PDF that you can write the answer. Okay, students. So bye bye and take care.